I mean, we see the madness and the craziness basically what taking place. We see internationally you have them banning public events. We see airlines being shut down, companies being shut down, public gatherings. Here in Jamaica, it's basically the same. We can't really have certain public gatherings. They postpone them, and you basically have a lot of craziness going on to Corona. So we, as a man of the Lord, basically here kind of set the record straight on certain things, because it's never as it seems, never as it seems. So there's a backstory to Corona. Don't believe all the hype. So we're here for basically tell you what the underlying, what basically the agenda behind this entire Corona hype. The first thing we are going through is an article. We're just taking it from CNN. Not the most competent news, but we can work with it for now.
I think this article was what, 5 minutes ago?
Right. It says coronavirus cases pass 115,000 worldwide.
Right. And
these are the latest numbers. The novel coronavirus has infected more than 115,800 people, including at least 1,000 in the US, and have killed over 4,200 worldwide, according to CNN Italy. So basically the statistics, roughly 116,000 people get infected worldwide, and like 4,200 people killed so far. In the global scheme of a disease or a pandemic, we can clearly see that this is not a pandemic, because most of the persons that Corona killed, they have are like elderly persons with underlying health issues. And if you check through the stats, the different viruses worldwide, you see that Corona basically can't compare. The simple common cold kill way, influenza kill way more people than Corona. So there has to be a backstory. In fact, we have a article from the CDC on influenza. It says, hold on, I read too much.
Yeah, take it from here, sir. Take it right, it's not right here, sir. Right here, sir.
Right there, sir.
Yeah, no man, the burden of.
Alright, so the burden of influenza disease in the United States can vary widely, and it's estimated by the number and factors including characteristics of circulating viruses, the timing of the season, and how well the vaccine is working to protect against illnesses, and how many people got vaccinated. While the impact of flu varies, it places a substantial burden on the health of people in the United States each year. So the CDC, Center for Disease Control, has estimated that influenza has resulted in between 9 million to 45 million illnesses. We'll read that figure there again, Akim. 9 million to 45 million illnesses, right? That's an estimate. Between 140,000 and 810,000 hospitalization, and between 12,000 and 61,000 deaths annually since 2010. Because all these figures that we just quoted are just annual figures, yearly figures. So even if I check the death, even if I use the lowest one, which would be 12,000, so that would be what? 1,000 persons dying per month.
Right.
From the influenza. We're just using the lowest.
And this is
right.
The United States only.
Right.
Right. So
it 4,000 already. Worldwide. Since its inception, and it's not per month. You know what I mean? So the influenza actually leading. the corona.
Right.
You know what I mean? So what is the deal with this corona thing? That is the question, yeah? Because the elite of our agenda, yeah? You know what I mean? So what you people need to watch, you need to watch what the World Health Organization is gonna say about the whole entire thing. Because that is where you're leading to. That is where it's leading to, man. The whole psyop game we play with this virus is set up basically to bring about something else, man. Right. And that's what you should be looking for. Right. Yeah?
Right, as one of them slogans say, out of chaos,
yes, right.
which is out of the chaos.
Right.
Right, and right now I use this corona thing to bring up one big chaos of the earth.
Right.
Right, with totally blown out of proportion, you know, and unnecessary.
This is Psalms 83 verse 3. It said, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consult against thy hidden ones.
Right, it's just them take crafty counsel, right? Because them basically set up your people. And as the brother said before, it's a psyop. Right, because as we said, things blow with a proportion down here. Because people even amidst
even family cut off families,
cut off family and
person now want to talk to them friends. That's what happening out here in Jamaica.
Right.
It's so simple, eh?
Right.
They have said, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent, they are confederate against thee.
So we see the point is we know say all them thing here are just some agendas are the elite, yo. Right? We're not sure, we can't say we're not sure what am I gonna use this for put across right now. Right? But the fact that they might take it from healthcare. So what we can bring up our member is that in 2008 Obama in an Obama healthcare bill, him say a part of the bill, if you say what the word them use, it is liable then if you use a microchip if you keep health records, but that is implantable under the skin.
Right.
Right. So you can keep that in mind, yo.
Right.
Right. In China, one of the methods they use for quarantine is a wristband with a tracking device on it. Right. So that's a thing to keep in mind, yo. Right, because the vaccine out there yet, but them can simply use the vaccine program for implement some form of identification device just the same, yo. Right, so we know it's up to something. Right, well this is what the World Health Organization will come up with, but we know they're up to something, yo. Right, because the fact is that, you know, the fact is that this coronavirus is not as serious or as potent or deadly as the regular influenza, yo. Right. So why the hype? Yeah, why the hype?
Because if I understand that these elite basically control the media, man. So they're hyping it for a specific reason.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you have so many factors can play in. You know what I mean, as the act speak about. You know what I mean? And next thing that you should watch the economy, because look, all of this we see take place of economic ramifications, man, because a lot of things been shut down. You know what I mean? The global supply chain, it affect the global supply chain recently. You know what I mean? You know,
every businesses
basically, places basically are shut down. Even in Jamaica here, a lot of business shutting down, a lot of events being cancelled. So there must be an economic ramification, man. And the year started into a recession. I'm just not saying it as yet. So this is a great excuse. You know what I mean?
Leading a further.
Yeah, to say, oh look, this is the reason why we have a recession. But the recession was looming anyway you take it, man. Yeah? But something is going down. So you need to listen for the solution, as the brother them say, whatsoever them plan to bring for this virus that them claim that basically is so deadly, killing off everybody on the earth. You know? Hey, look, man.
brother was supposed to be in a group and said the NBA suspended the season.
Yeah.
Hey,
look, man. We know what the scripture says will kill the majority of the people on the earth. Man. You say, there are many that dwell on the earth shall die of what? Famine, man. And the sword, man. That's what going to kill the majority of people, man. Not coronavirus, man. You know, the scripture speak about pestilences, yes.
Yeah.
But the thing that basically will kill the most people on earth is famine and World War III, man.
Right.
Precept.
You know what I mean? And the things them are basically happen in result are those things, the economic collapse, the race war, and all them things that come together to get rid of a whole heap of people off of the earth, man.
Right.
Yeah, a couple of people are dead from pestilences, yes. But the vast majority of the earth, you know, are going to face the final judgment, which is the ICBM missiles, man.
Right.
And World War III. And the famine will come with it, man.
Right.
Matthew 24 verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of war.
Right.
See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise up against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, and pestilence, and earthquake in diverse places.
Right.
All these are the beginning of sorrows.
Right. We know, we can't deny it, say it's not as severe, even if it's a virus, not as severe as what it is being portrayed as. So the backstory behind it, you know what I mean, as what we've been saying, that is what we need to focus on. And we know basically the UN, basically what them really want to do is basically to govern the whole earth, yo, and diminish or eradicate basically borders and country laws.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No matter world court, world laws,
Right.
govern every country.
Right.
One world
Right.
order, man.
Right, because if you ever listen how them push this thing across, it's like them tell how much countries are drag them foot.
Right, they might make it difficult.
Right.
They might make it difficult to quell the happening.
Right.
You know, so that man from the World Health Organization, that's for him basically quarrel. He must say, yo, look, the countries not doing enough.
Right.
You know what I mean? Him can't believe say, yo, nonchalant
Right.
attitude where some country. So basically, them setting the precedent to take charge of every country
In any case or anything.
in
at
case
all
of anything
that
when
them
it come up
do.
regards to health care.
Right.
Yeah?
And,
So you don't know that set the precedence for.
Right. Right. You know what I mean? So basically, them just can't come in because as what the actor say, them basically I think move nonchalant. So basically them a float around the idea of being like a globe. You know what I mean?
And everybody is irresponsible
Right.
in the eyes of this virus. Man.
Right,
And that's
right,
what they are saying.
Right. So
Yeah?
you being in Jamaica now, you have to be responsible for both your citizen and on a global level.
Yeah.
So you have to think big global citizens, not just for Jamaica. So you can't be allowed to basically do what you want with this disease. You basically have to follow certain protocols which are dictated by the nations. And them just going to start and all of this come under sustainable development.
Right.
Which is with Jamaica is
On board.
with sustainable development. So most of the moves you see happening around the world, you gotta have agenda 2030, vision 2030, sustainable development tied in.
Right.
And we know so it's not a good thing. A lot of persons take on to it because they might tell us, look, in poverty, health care, everything is going to be good, but we know the backstory behind
The very
it.
idea of sovereignty,
Right.
that's going to be erased, man.
Right.
It's a global community.
Right.
Them are set up, man.
Right.
You know?
Scripture. Basically what them say to get down poverty to zero or get hunger down to zero, man. Or you go basically gonna do that. You have to get rid of a lot of people off the earth, man.
Right.
See?
Scripture.
And it's a Revelation 12 and 12 say, therefore rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time.
Right, and this man is about to carry out some serious destruction upon the planet to the peoples of the planet, man. Corona ain't anything yet, man. This man have real viruses, man, that can kill people quickly, man, in a quick succession, man.
Right.
And you now have to wait till somebody carry it from another country to our next country. You cannot spray it in the air, man.
Bill Gates said, you know, the popular by vaccine and disease.
Yeah, you can spread it even in vaccines, man. You know, this man have some real deadly viruses, man. Hey, this man have the black plague, the bubonic plague in labs, man.
Right.
Deadly viruses in lab, man. You know what I mean? So hey, when you see this corona thing, yeah, this is nothing, man. This is nothing, man.
This is like a test run.
Alright. This is 2 Corinthians 15 and verse 5. Behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their earthful works are fulfilled. Therefore, said the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness they profanely committed, neither will I suffer them in those things.
Right, because hey, this at the end of the day, the Lord is who at the mantle of all that's going on, man.
Right, man.
Yeah, corona and other viruses to come, man. The Lord is on top. You know what I mean? All that. Even though the elite basically are doing them things on the low, the Lord is the one who pulling all the strings, man. He's the puppet master. You know what I mean? And the reason why is because wickedness is upon the earth, man. That's why everybody is upon in fear right now. Everybody in fear right now with one respiratory disease or catch them. You know what I mean? In Jamaica, in a panic. You know, our hometown right to say in a full panic mode, man.
And the men of the Lord, I'm just here, you know, just relaxing.
Yeah, relax, man.
Cruising, you know,
We're not panicking like that.
Little laugh, you know.
Hey, you sure you how people really basically him easily going to a panic state when them don't know what the hell is going on, man. And this is just an example to show you what's going to happen in the times to come, man. You know what I mean? Them so panic over this right now.
What
them not panic?
You know what I mean? Suppose I want real disease, there's a couple thousand persons dying now, and it's going to reach to that point where Esau going to really unleash a real disease. You're going to have thousands
Not
of
to
people
say this is not a real
dying now.
disease, but it's not that effective, man.
Right.
You know?
Send it back in a lab and do some tests.
Let me finish this first. In which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually.
Right.
Go on.
This is another article we take from out of the Jamaica Observer, and this editorial represent basically a lot of the sentiments from a lot of people. It says, can anything good come out of COVID-19? COVID-19.
Yeah, the question been asked.
Can anything good?
Alright.
What is Esau's motto?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hard up care, man.
Order up care.
You know?
Alright,
Problem,
so-
reaction, solution.
Yep. Right.
Yeah. So the question is now, what them are gonna achieve out of the whole dilemma?
Right. World Health Organization. Kind of want to skip through. We reach today.
Hey, a whole lot of things can come out of this because it can come from a many different angles. The RFID chip, everything. You know? Many different angles can come from this.
Alright, so let's kind of skip through the article. It says within the framework of multilateralism, globalization intensified, but the benefits were not shared by all. Right?
See the agenda there?
Especially by developing countries which soon began to feel that globalization has become too intrusive. The backlash
So the idea now is to convince them to get on board with globalization, man.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So at some point, everybody have to be a part of what's going on, man.
Global
and they're going to use
community.
things like them thing here, draw you in
Right.
to the agenda, man.
Right. It says the backlash took the form of aggressive xenophobic nationalism,
Yes.
right, and anti pronounce that for me, anti-testis of multinationalism, right? The term of the to turn to unilateralism and nationalism is particularly evident in U.S. foreign policy and the Brexit move. So basically, basically multinationalism never did that work with country coming together. Yeah. So you have even Trump pull out of certain things. Brexit,
So nationalism is a problem to the New World Order.
Right.
And that's what they're basically showing you. And how they deal with certain situations like the coronavirus right now, the way it's been dealt with. The World Health Organization is saying it is not dealt with properly when a man view it or deal with it from a nationalistic standpoint.
Right.
You know what I mean? So them painting nationalism as the bad thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you know what the PSYOP game is leading towards, man. You know? A more globalistic ideal, which basically going back to what? The New World Order, man. That's what they're coming down to, man. Yeah?
It says multilateralism is in decline just at the time when the problem facing all countries can only be tackled by international cooperation by all states, rich, poor,
that's the agenda,
small.
man. That's the agenda, man. That's the agenda, yeah?
Right.
Right.
The most obvious example is climate change, but international cooperation has been undermined by unilateral approach to global warming, pollution of the ocean, and destruction of biodiversity.
So what they're trying to do is to everybody meet on a common ground.
Right.
So you even create incidents where everybody can deal with on a global
scale.
Right. You know, we have to go unified in order to deal with that problem here.
Right.
Just like the brother was talking about when that president in name again we say, if we just make the world come together and if we have a external threat.
Ronald Reagan.
So they have the idea they say we have something deployed of something major for deal with where affect every nation. Yeah. They have it. They want to say, everybody can come together for deal with it. So that's what they're gonna create problems that the world in general have to deal with it from a unification standpoint, man. And that's what they are doing.
Right.
Yeah? And them are show us, them are find the idea say every other else attempt is gonna fail, man. And that's what they're doing now, right now with this corona thing. Them show that every other attempt to control the virus apart from a unilateral means is gonna fail. That's the idea them stitching out there. One?
Yes, it says, in the current fight against the novel corona, all countries must work together in a consistent manner. It cannot be a strong response in some countries and inadequate response in other countries.
Okay, so right? if Italy decides to say, we have to go chip all our citizens right now, every world, the whole world have to go do the same thing, man. Under a crisis type thing, if the major countries them doing it, everybody else have to go do it. Yeah? If major countries them quarantine people, having martial law, shutting down everything, smaller countries have to go do it too. That's how them are gonna do them thing, man. Yeah? Come on, bro.
Alright, so this come down to the meat of the matter. It is said that out of a bad development, some good will often come. In Jamaica we say, arse dead and crow fat.
Crow fat.
I take crow fat.
You sound like a crow, man. Arse dead and a junker.
The crow fat, the drunk
crow fat. Yeah, man, a crow fat.
Yeah, man, the arse dead and the crow fat because they basically they go back to the drunker.
Yeah.
The drunker go eat dead meat, man. I always say cow fat.
Right.
But they go back to the drunk and go eat the cow meat, man.
Right. It says,
or ass meat when them dead.
Right. It says the coronavirus. It says the coronavirus could be such a development because it will require international cooperation of all countries. Maybe this necessity will reverse the drift into unilateralism.
Okay.
Well,
so it's one of the instruments when they use for combat nationalism, man.
Right.
Can.
Because it said this in the next statement. It says, reverse the drift in unilateralism, quell nationalism that is retarding the growth of the global economy.
And then guess who them blaming for this nationalistic idea? Guess who them blaming? Them blaming Donald Trump. And America, man.
Right, Trump.
And to show you the rest of the world is going to hate America so much that causing all the problems, you're going to put bombs on them, man. Know yourself, man.
And to generate a genuine spirit of community on the global level, diffusing the rise of racism, ethnocentrism and intolerance. It could enhance the recognition of the value of diversity by demonstrating the invaluable contribution of international collaboration and injecting new life into now dispirited international institution of global governance.
Going back to Babylon.
Injecting new life in global governance.
Yeah,
so basically,
Jamaica Observer that.
right. This is the Jamaica Observer.
Basically, them spilling everything that Agenda 2030 is saying, man.
Right. They come like them write the laws, yo. You know what I mean? So this goes to show you the mindset of the people, how Isa can just come with them shenanigans and then persons basically bite, as they access, calling for a for global governance.
One world order.
Which that basically are the agenda of where they say Corona. Because Corona will come and pass, and then you have to have something else. But basically what the agenda behind everything still. You know what I mean?
And the extent of these men are go in order to try get this world governance thing, global governance thing, is even to start a war, for proof a war. Nationalism bring forth war.
Right.
That's how far they will go bring it go. And totally destroying another nation, man.
Right.
That's how far them plan to bring it go. You know what I mean? To prove, say yo, the best to have a global government, man.
Right.
The money will bring famine, and certain countries can't go deal with it. And they must say, see, this is the reason why we need to unify the world. Yeah? So you believe that Corona, hey, look, man, it may as well not do the job, but them expect it to do, and they may have to release something more deadly, man.
Corona part 2.
Yeah? Even that can happen, man.
Right.
Yeah?
I'm going too long.
So Isaiah 24 and verse 4 said, the earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world languisheth and fadeth away. The hearty people of the earth do languish. He says the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws and changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant.
Right, and that's what they are doing now, man. Now they've been doing that and been done, and them still doing it, man. You know, the earth is defiled, man. And I say, not only on a level where when it comes on to pollution and viruses and all them other things that we are having, you know what I mean, on the earth, but even the minds of the people, you know. And
gross
you
darkness
can see,
cover the people, man.
Yeah, you can see, hey, as brother said, gross darkness cover the people. We can see the reaction of the people in Port Antonio, them react to the propaganda. Since they them not have any form of common sense or any mind, you know what I mean, for reason or nothing. Everybody just depend on panic and do some dumb shit all day, you know what I mean?
Like a bunch of headless chicken running up.
Headless chicken, man. You know, dead, man. People are dead, yo. Dead. Huh?
So Proverbs 1 and 20. So wisdom cried without, she uttered her voice in the streets. She cried in the chief place of concourse, in the open of the gates. In the city she uttered her words, saying, how long will these simple ones, will you love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. And the scorning that takes place, right?
Yeah, real scorning. Real scorning, yeah.
Hey, speaking about scorning, the men of the Lord, man. You know what I mean?
Real scorning.
You know? Because we're out here speaking this thing and people despise it.
Right.
You know, but the time is gonna come because in the same text.
How long? You ask a question how long you simple and love simplicity.
The time will come when we're gonna laugh. We're laughing now.
Right. And this is just the
we're not really set into the real comedic part of the thing yet. You know? From morning we are laughing and see the stupid move that when people are making panic when they take place right here in this town here, man.
Right. Lack understanding, man.
My co-worker make reference. She say to the other co-worker, watch Sydney. They realize that him are the only one in here. They really assess certain things. I mean, they really assess certain things in there. You realize? You know? As him know. So them people here deep down, them know. So we are the man and the Lord, you know. But when them are going to really fully acknowledge it, it's going to be too late. When the ship will shark. Right. And with that, one close out.
Get the real man.
Right.
Yeah.
I hope this is edifying to with me, right? With that, one say shalom.
Shalom.